Here is our Arsenal predicted 11 against Chelsea, 3-4-3. Goalkeeper, Bernd Leno. The three central defenders are Kieran Tierney left-back centre-back. Rob Holding right-back centre-back. Replaces Pablo Mari, who did not play well in the match against Brentford. Ben White plays in the centre. Left wing-back, Bukayo Saka. Saka managed half an hour against Brentford and looks physically ready to step up his involvement this weekend, although don't expect him to play the full 90. Right wing-back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Defensive midfield pair, Albert Sambi Lokonga and Granit Xhaka. Lokonga had a tricky debut but flashed plenty of moments of promise, and with Thomas Partey still out, the youngster will have another chance to continue his development. Xhaka's new contract is done and he now needs to be firmly focused on leading Arsenal on the pitch. Right midfield, Nicolas Pepe. Left midfield, Emile Smith-Rowe. With Martin Odegaard not ready for this one, Smith-Rowe remains the undisputed starter at the 10, and rightly so. He was excellent against Brentford. Striker, Gabriel Martinelli. Saka's return will allow Martinelli to play up top and cover for Aubameyang, Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, all of whom are injured. Folarin Balogun struggled in the last game, so expect Arteta to turn to Martinelli instead. What do you think about this Arsenal lineup? Please give me your thought below video. Stan Kroenke sends rare message to Arsenal fans ahead of Chelsea clash. Arsenal have spent more money than any other Premier League side this summer, with 5 signings costing the club £129 million. Stan and Josh Kroenke are happy with the work conducted by sporting director Edu and are confident about the future. In their programme notes for the Chelsea match they wrote, "We know there is much work ahead to get back to where we need to be, but are confident about what can be achieved by this great club and our people. It is clear looking across Europe that we are dealing with a difficult transfer market due to the impacts of the pandemic, but at the time of writing, are delighted to have signed Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga and Ben White. We have also renewed the deals of Kieran Tierney and Emile Smith-Rowe, both on a long-term basis. These are all young players that we are convinced can develop further and have a bright future with us. They are supported by a strong group of more experienced players including Granit Xhaka, who has signed an extended contract. This is an important step in terms of maintaining balance and stability in the squad." What do you think of these messages from Stan Kroenke to Arsenal? Is this squad good enough to help Arsenal return a great club in this season? Tammy Abraham was heavily linked with a move to Arsenal this summer before Roma captured him in a £34 million deal. And Ian Wright believes finances prevented the Gunners from being able to secure a deal. But he has a lot of faith in the England striker to succeed in Serie A, and it seems he is a little disappointed Abraham did not make the switch across London. Wright told Optus Sport, "There was talk that he was waiting for Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal could afford to do the deal. For me, it will be brilliant for him. Jose Mourinho will look after him. Then, he will come back to the Premier League as a better player. It will be a great move for him." Back to Arsenal, they will play against Chelsea with the absence of both Aubameyang and Lacazette to test positive for COVID. And have to trust on young talents like Folarin Balogun and Gabriel Martinelli. The 2-0 defeat at Brentford was a terrible start to the season, and it will only get more difficult on Sunday against Chelsea, who will unleash Romelu Lukaku for the first time after arriving from Inter Milan. Sassuolo CEO Giovanni Carnevali has confirmed that Manuel Locatelli rejected a move to Arsenal. Arsenal's failure to sign Manuel Locatelli has come to light after Sassuolo chief executive Giovanni Carnevali opened up on the midfielder's move to Juventus. Arsenal's interest in Locatelli was extensively reported throughout the summer transfer window, and Sassuolo director Carnevali has now revealed that the Gunners offered to pay a straight transfer fee of £34 million for his signature. Carnevali told La Gazzetta di Modena, "Locatelli's transfer has brought a positive result and is profitable for both clubs, even if certain technicalities are complicated to explain. Arsenal offered us €40 million, but Locatelli's desire was to go only to Juventus and we did everything to please him." While they missed out on Locatelli, Arsenal have still been busy in the transfer window this summer, bringing in 5 new players for around £129 million. Arsenal are struggling to sell tickets for their first home game of the season against Chelsea. The London derby is usually one of Arsenal's most anticipated matches of the season, but there is a lack of enthusiasm amongst fans on this occasion. The Gunners opened their campaign with a dismal performance in a 2-0 loss to Premier League newcomers Brentford last week. And it seems apathy has set in amongst the fanbase, with large sections of the stadium still yet to be sold for Sunday's clash, per Arsenal's ticket website. It is possible many fans are expecting a loss to European champions Chelsea, despite Arsenal securing a league double over the Blues last season. Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic is reportedly set to stay with the Italian club. The 21-year-old is one of the most wanted strikers in Europe after scoring 21 Serie A goals for Fiorentina last season. He has kicked off the new season in style as well, netting twice in a 4-0 Coppa Italia win over Cosenza last week. Both Arsenal and Man City have been linked with a move for the 21-year-old. And Atletico Madrid have also been rumored to lure the Serbian ace to Spain. But according to Fiorentina boss Vincenzo Italiano, Vlahovic is poised to sign a new deal. He said, "Dusan wants to stay. We're in talks to extend his contract. I'm 100% sure he's staying." Vlahovic will have a chance to prove his worth on a big stage on Sunday in the first game of the Serie A season for Fiorentina when they travel to take on Jose Mourinho's Roma. David Luiz has emerged as a transfer target for Flamengo, with the club reportedly looking to add more top football stars to their ranks. The Brazilian champions' interest in the former Gunners centre-back, 34, comes in the same week as their loan deal for Man United's Andreas Pereira. Brazilian news outlet Globo reports the club have made contact with Luiz's representatives. The Daily Mail claims the player, who has 57 Brazil international caps, has had meetings with Flamengo's football director Bruno Spindle and vice president Marcos Braz. It is thought the duo are keen on strengthening their ranks by bringing some of football's biggest names to the Marcarana. And Globo claims the financial details of a contract has already been agreed upon. However, it is thought Luiz, who is currently residing in Brazil, wants to have more time to weigh up his options.
If you like the video, like, share.